Hey guys, how is it hanging? If you're actually subscribed to this YouTube channel, you'll already know the answer to that is very low, because it is a well-known fact that Seatin Man of Legends YouTube channel subscribers are significantly more well-hung than the average person. I've done surveys to prove this, legitimate surveys. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Eggtenders guide in Planebreaker Bastion, the first boss in Planebreaker Bastion, which is currently fairly easily puggable, providing that people are playing the right specs. In this video, this is actually shot with a pug on the Galidra EU shard, and in this video, like, literally, people aren't really playing optimal specs. I mean, we've got two rogues as marksmen. I couldn't even link any rangers pets as defiler. So it's fairly easily puggable as long as people, you know, have read the forums for about 5 minutes, gone, oh yeah, that's a decent guide, and I'll take that for my class. So yeah, you know, you can pug this boss. It's quite easy to get down in about a night of guild progression if you have cleared tier 1 content, so just be aware of that. The fight itself is fairly simple. What you have to do, the fight ends when you kill 5 of these Eggtenders, aka caterpillars, that will spawn out of these holes in the room randomly. Now basically you kill one, the next one spawns, then the next one, then the next one. So basically it's like killing the same mob 5 times in 5 different locations. Now on this fight, a popular strat and one that we use and I would suggest using, so I'm going to go with that with a guide, is that everybody is a ranged DPS. This is due to the fact that he casts a move called Bile Faucet, where he will quickly rotate around the room and kill everybody within 27 meters if you get caught in his breath. Now, for some reason, a lot of people, melee in particular, find that a bit fiddly and end up dying to it. So if you're a really skilled melee, you can play melee, but also with all the running around you have to do in the fight, it's probably suggested that you do play range. So, just to cover it from a DPS perspective, literally it is kill the Eggtender, when eggs spawn, nuke the eggs, and when AoE spawns on the ground, move out of it really fast, and also ensure that you're staying at least 27 meters away from the boss at all times, or you will be killed by the Bile Faucet. The easiest way to do this is to keep on going back until your buttons go red, and then take one tiny smidgen of a step forward. And yeah, that's the basically easiest way to do that. So, moving on to sort of the egg mechanic, basically, to actually meet the enrage, there's going to be 3 sets of eggs that you need to kill. There'll be a bar that spawns, well, at the top of my screen for myself, because that's where I have it on my UI, but it may be, I think the default location is about sort of in the middle, maybe the bottom, and you have till this bar fills up to kill all 3 of the eggs, or a big spider ad will spawn out of each one you haven't killed, and this spider ad just hits stupidly hard, and even if one spawns, it will pretty much cause a wipe. The kind of, so what you need to do is just get everyone to focus on the eggs. It's usually the easiest solution. Some people like to have a couple of DPS stay on the boss. I mean, not every spec in the game is terribly good at target switching. I believe in this pug we let 1 or 2 mages playing Warlock just stick on the boss because it was easier for them. But as you can see, I'm playing Defiler, so I'm kind of just knocking about everywhere and ensuring the tank is alive. The healing setup for this boss that we're using is we have me as Defiler, 1 Chloromancer, and a Bard and a Cleric tank. You do not really want to use any other kind of tank apart from Cleric, because it's going to be far too fidgety, and with all these little ads that they basically need to gather, the ads that the Cleric tank has on him don't really do much, but they just all need to be picked up, or they're just going to bite at the healers and whatnot. So yeah, it's really low on the tanks and healers here, so literally it is kind of get everyone to go DPS and just burn it down and beat the enrage timer. The enrage timer is a solid 6 minutes, and if you do not kill them before the enrage, well, there's a bit of leeway at the enrage actually. So you do have a possibility of surviving, you know, another sort of 20 to 30 seconds before the entire raid does wipe. Now, one important thing with the Eggtenders, and you shouldn't really encounter this is sort of to tell if your DPS is a bit too low, is gradually the Eggtenders are going to start off building up stacks of increased cast time speed, so they're basically just going to attack the tank faster and faster and faster, and when that Eggtender dies, then the stacks are reset. But doing other mechanics means the tank isn't going to take any damage. So as you can see here, when the worms are on 20 stacks, as a healer I'm focusing on keeping the tank up, but when they're not, generally there's not that much damage going on at all. I mean, the only damage is really from people that get hit by the Bile Faucet, and nobody should be getting hit by that, and people that stand in AoE. Apart from that, the little adds, there's just so little minimal damage, so this is why we run with such a tight healing setup, and even then it isn't really that tight in all honesty. It's a very easy boss to do. So once you get to the 4th egg set like we are now, you can't afford DPS wise to actually kill it. It's literally a race to burn down the boss from this point until the egg spawns, which in this video, in this pug, we have plenty of time to do. I think we made it with about a 20 or 30 second leeway, so yeah, I mean, you guys should have no problem. It's a very simple fight. Just remember to move out of the AoE and stay at least 30 meters from the boss at all time. Don't play any melee specs, and it's practically a loot pinata. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I hope you found this guide somewhat useful, interesting, entertaining, any of the above positive words. If you thought it sucked, then I apologise for that, but feel free to like, share, subscribe, show it to the noob who keeps on dying to AoE. They might learn something. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.